What's up, guys? Sandman's Entertainment here today. Red Dead Redemption. And that's the end of the video. Thank you. Go ahead.
What's up, guys? Roby's here along with my friend.
Sandman's Entertainment. I'm known as Gavin.
He's back with actually an upload. And it's actually going to be a quality content.
What?
No, so, but for real, come on up, sir.
Yes,
what this video is going to be about is the debate about Red Dead Redemption 2. So the trailer just dropped not even too long ago. The second trailer, I should say. The first one dropped like a while ago.
Yeah,
and it didn't really show much. But this one showed a whole lot about the story.
It showed a lot more about the main character. It showed a lot more about the gang and various different types of just things in the game.
So yeah, starting it off, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys already know this because there's a bunch of videos on it. You play as a guy named Arthur. It's a prequel. And basically, what's going to happen is we are no longer in the Wild Wild West. But we are in the East. Whatever state we're going to be in, there's rumors going around. I personally think it's going to be about South Dakota, just because the biggest number of buffaloes, the landscape's good, has, you know, all kinds of landscape, or Louisiana, like some people said, because of the swamps and stuff like that. It wouldn't actually, like some people actually think it's going to be Louisiana because of the whole swamp aspect, but it wouldn't surprise me if it actually went up the entire kind of area.
Wait a minute.
And
there's a problem. Kitty Bates!
Hi!
I felt a disturbance in the force, you know, I just had to just make sure she came in.
Kitty Beats.
That's your mom? That was
my
his
fiance.
girlfriend, or fiance, crazy stuff like that. Okay.
Yes.
But, like he was saying, to Louisiana, I believe more that'd be Louisiana more than South Dakota, or wherever you said, North Dakota, I forgot where.
No, the reason I think it's South Dakota, and then the debate starts. But the reason I think it's going to be South Dakota is because, honestly, there's a lot of buffaloes in South Dakota. That's like one of the famous places of buffaloes being that hasn't been in the West. Because I remember back in...
where'd you learn that?
From Kitty Beats herself. Me and her researched it. But basically, there were buffaloes in the original Red Dead Redemption, but that was in the West. The only place who really has that much buffaloes that isn't in the West and is in the East is really South Dakota. So that's the reason I think it might be there. Plus, it has mountainous, like it showed the mountains in the gameplay. There's also like dry sections, and then there's also like flourish sections.
I'm about to debunk you.
But again, there are swamps, which...
Exactly. My point. There is no swamps in South Dakota. And if there is a swamp, it's very little. Very little to a swamp. And as you can see, that's more of a Louisiana territory anyway.
Well, there were swamps in the first one, even though they were in Arizona and Texas.
There is swamps in Arizona and Texas.
Well, can't
Marshes.
you, well...
I believe it's more of a marsh than a swamp in Louisiana. Because, you know, people living on a swamp are not really that, but like just the texture of the land and everything.
Actually, give us a sec. So, my theory actually kind of makes sense, because apparently, as help with Kitty Beats, there are swamps in South Dakota. Although I do understand why people think it's Louisiana, because it is in the east, it's near Arizona and Texas, and some of the buildings kind of look like Louisiana.
I mean...
But then again, you can't explain the mountains.
Really, we can't debunk neither one of them yet.
Because honestly, if it is Louisiana, where did the mountains come from? Because Louisiana isn't exactly famous for mountains.
No.
Especially mountains that have snowcaps.
I don't know. I mean, you just gotta...
I mean, it would make sense if they put more than one state. Why?
See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they might have like a system going on.
Like GTA, like kind of like GTA 5 did, like where like half of it's this and then half of it's that.
Yeah.
It would make sense, and I agree that they would do that. Rockstar would kind of.
I would just feel like they'd make multiple states, and like you can go to each one of them.
I think that's a little bit out of there.
Maybe like no, like not like.
I know they've done it successfully with like the crew and all that, but I feel like that would take too much. And honestly, I want every single state, or at least every single settlement, to have as much in it as possible. If you include like a whole bunch of states like the Crew, there's not much. And that's one of the reasons I didn't like the Crew to begin with, is because, yeah, it shows the whole United States, but there's not that much to do. There's not a lot in those, main cities, and some of the stuff was cut out. And honestly, if Red Dead Redemption 2 does take place in at least 2 states, I want every single place to be rich.
I would say 3.
3 at the most. 3 at the very, very most.
If you just take 3 states and bind them together, to where you could travel between all 3 of the states.
Like they did with Mexico and...
Yeah, like with Mexico and
Texas.
In the first Red Dead Redemption, you could make sure that they're, like he says, that they have, like, what would you call it? Like,
a lot of details. A lot of emphasis. Because I remember in the first Red Dead Redemption, they had a lot. They had the Strangers and Freaks missions that GTA borrowed later on. They had, like, different side missions you could do, hunting and flowers and different animals you could hunt down.
A lot of dead people.
A lot of dead people. But I really want to see as much detail go into this as possible.
And it's not like y'all can't do it.
I mean, I've seen them do it before with the original Red Dead Redemption. I mean, it's not like they can't. I mean, Red Dead Redemption for its time was actually pretty big.
But can we talk about something?
Go ahead. Graphics, oh my god.
They're beautiful.
They're very, very beautiful.
Voice acting so far, I've seen is amazing too.
Although, I do have a couple complaints with the graphics. If they are going to go fully 4K, please show it. Because I remember a bunch of games said, oh yeah, it's going to be PS4 Pro 4K compatible. And I got it and it was like, didn't even live up to it. Like, one of my favorite games, Final Fantasy, it said that it was 4K, and I got a PS Pro for them graphics, holla, but like it just didn't live up to a promise that it made.
It didn't live up to 4K.
I mean, of course I can get a TV that's 4K, but
that might be the reason.
No, it should have been anyway. I remember the PS4 though, Pro does handle it a lot better than the original PlayStation. So if you're gonna have a bumped up graphics, for people with what I'm saying is, for people with regular PlayStations and PS Pro, please let it run the same. Don't let, people like him who have like a regular PS4 be slowed down by the graphics, rather than me with a PS4 Pro who just gets better experience. Because I don't want that happening. That was like really happened in the last couple.
Okay, there's one other thing that I just believe that there should be in Red Dead Redemption, like there was in the first one, and that was the emotions that you had for the game. The game drew you in so much.
Make us care. And I know Rockstar has no problem doing that. Rockstar has made game after game after game of characters with characters that we care about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first Red Dead Redemption is just like the end of it, if you haven't already, spoiler alert, scene. John Marston dies in it, and that scene where he was getting shot down was just terrible. Like, it was amazingly terrible.
But, it made you feel. It made you feel like, dang.
That was the only game I've ever cried at.
And actually, killing every single gang member actually made you feel something, too.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of guilt trip you a little bit in it. Like, we used to be friends, we used to be in the same gang, and you kind of felt that moral... kind of conflicting morals, and you're just like, well, I gotta do it. And I want more of that. I want more of characters. I want more of character development, which I know Rockstar has no problem doing. GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4, all these are great games with great characters that you care about. Also, John Marston himself.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about this one.
This is their debate real quick. So Gavin, say your case.
Okay, so I believe that, of course, John Marston should be a playable character, and the reason behind that is, everybody when they heard of Red Dead Redemption 2 first coming out, what was the first thing they thought about? It was John Marston, of course, because he's the face of Red Dead Redemption 2, even though, they don't put it out there to be, what was it? Didn't he have, wasn't he on the cover?
Kind of, yeah. He was on the cover art.
I believe he was. But basically, John Marston is the face of Red Dead Redemption. And if you don't bring him back as at least, like, even if it was just one mission to play as John Marston, I don't believe that, like, I'll be a little bit upset about that. But if you can at least let us play as him, you must at least incorporate him in the game into where he is an important character, one where we will see him often.
So, well, that's his debate, and he really didn't go into it too much with the argument we had. So this game is said to at least have like GTA-style switching characters. Said. I'm not saying that's fully true. And he said that John Marston should be one. I said he shouldn't. It's not that I don't like John Marston. I love John Marston to death. I feel like this character is amazing and I love him to death. But do I feel like he deserves his own kind of chapter? No. I feel like he should be this semi-character, this secondary character, like Lamar from GTA 5. I feel like he should be there. He should be involved in the story, but I feel like he shouldn't be the main focus.
Maybe he would have a big emphasis in multiplayer.
Well, that could be a thing. And that's the next point. But I feel like John Marston should be in the game. Of course he should, because he's part of the Vanderlyn gang. But I feel like he shouldn't be as important as these new characters that we're coming to learn. And I feel like all these characters should be involved somehow, but I feel like they shouldn't kind of pander to Red Dead Redemption fans and kind of start with this new story. I mean, of course people want to see John Marston. I want to see John Marston. I wanted to play as him so bad, but then again I thought about it. I'm like, we can't. We have to focus on these new characters. We have to focus on Vanderlyn gang rather than just John Marston himself. And which brings up the next point that you just said. Multiplayer. I am really, really, really scared.
His pet peeve.
I am really scared about multiplayer. Because of one fact and one fact only. GTA 5. You might be thinking, oh no, I'm just tripping, right? You can't possibly not like GTA Online. That's not my issue. My issue is that GTA 5 was going to release single-player DLC. We were going to get more story. But Rockstar got greedy. And GTA Online, GTA Online shot out, and filled their wallets. And they just decided not to focus on single-player. Which was part of the best part of the game for me.
Yeah, and in the first Red Dead Redemption, multiplayer was there, but
it didn't focus on multiplayer.
Single player was just a big hype in that game, and it needs to stay like that. Although that multiplayer could be a big add-on to the story and everything, you gotta have single player.
Just please don't introduce something like shark cards, please.
No microtransactions.
Please, just if you're gonna include them, make it earnable. And don't make it like shark cards where you buy things and you keep buying things. GTA 5 is a perfect example of this game being like this. You buy things in GTA 5 because you're a high roller in GTA 5. You feel like a high roller, or you can be this kind of underground business owner. You're a businessman in GTA 5. Or you're something else, criminal. I want Red Dead Redemption to still have that grit of the first one. I remember, this is something I kind of want happening with Red Dead Redemption. I remember in the first game you could have posses. You could have kind of crews, and you could walk around you can ride around and take over some towns. That I want brought back. Please bring that back. I really want to take over a town and have my crew own that town. That would be amazing. And
then people try to take over your town
exactly.
and you defend it.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I believe and even though you take over a town, you can build onto the town.
That would be cool, but that would be a lot.
It wouldn't be that
even though there are rumors of building functions, remember?
Yeah.
There are rumors of you building things.
Like customizing your weapon, building buildings, and possibly in the single player, if you ever did get to play as John Marston, you could build
his ranch.
Which
is at the end.
Preacher's Hope.
Which is at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But honestly, multiplayer would be amazing if they focused on gangs taking over towns. And of course there could be different gun variants, but just don't let it be like Call of Duty where you have to pay to win.
Yeah, because that's gay.
Because I remember, oh my god, I remember the golden guns in the first one. Please don't bring back golden guns. If you ever played Red Dead Redemption 1, you know how much of a problem golden guns were. Golden guns were supposed to be something you get whenever you hit level 50 or something. But people could hack it and actually get the guns themselves. If they were level 12, they could have golden guns, which kind of killed you in one hit. So imagine how unfair that would be. And imagine how unbalanced it would be if we're actually going for the whole taking over towns
One thing you best not bring back, and that's Undead Nightmare. It just needs to go away.
I kind of want Undead Nightmare.
No. Look, it was uncanny, dude. It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with the story.
That's the point. It had nothing to do with it. It was just zombie killing.
Maybe if maybe you just play as a random person and they start their own story in the zombie. If they do that, I could agree.
I mean, I still want Undead Nightmare. Can we please have a sequel, please? But just make it like not canon. Just kind of
drift off.
I really want it, like, you know how Call of Duty has zombies? Kind of like that, you know, I want the zombies, but I just don't want it to be intertwined with the story, because that was really confusing in the first Red Dead Redemption.
The whole city building thing, it would kind of be cool.
It would be really cool. But, as of multiplayer, please don't make it pay to win. Building stuff, heists, please bring that into, like, robbing mines and stuff like that. And honestly, I'd just rather have fun. I don't want to be pressured, I just want to have fun.
Single player, if you screw it up, you screw up the whole game.
And I'm really scared about that. Alright, so this is the last point in the video. Living up to the first game.
You're gonna have a hard time.
It's gonna be very, very difficult to live up to the first one, because the first one was beautiful.
Amazing.
Excellent.
Oh, you better be able to swim.
Yeah.
If you just, just fall in water and you just drown immediately. It's like, no, you don't get a second chance to, like, try to wade out of the water. You just die.
Yeah. How to improve it? How to improve from the first game? Swimming would be one of them.
Yeah, swimming.
Swimming, I would say more freedom. Like, the first one had a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
But I feel like you should be able to make choices. Like in GTA 5, I feel like you should be able to make choices. Which I think is inevitable. I think they're going to do that anyway.
So, like, you get two choices and you have to make one of them?
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't be able to change what happens in Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
But I feel like there should be choices.
Okay.
You kind of choose the backstory, what happened to John Marston, kind of thing.
Yeah, possibly.
Which would be kind of cool, don't you guys think? Okay. And the thing is, what you can really improve from the first one, don't write off characters, please. In the first one, you had a lot of characters that came in, but please don't write off any characters, like West Dickens and, and Irish. They kind of came, they were staying a while, and
I like to see Irish again.
Yeah, and they like disappeared. I would like to see some more characters like that, but ones that you can keep on going back to, like Final Fantasy 15 handled. Sorry for mentioning that in kind of different games, but Final Fantasy 15 handled characters like you can go back to them and talk to them, get side quests. Even if you are further in the game, you can go back and actually do missions for them people. I feel like that should be really cool for Red Dead Redemption, and that would be awesome to do. And finally, playing as John Marston in the end, rather than playing him in the game of the story. Because I heard leaks that, we could be playing as John Marston at the end, building up the ranch, doing our own, screwing off. That would be amazing, but then again, I want to focus more on these people rather than...
Moral of the story is just be careful with what you do, because if you make a wrong decision, it could be fatal on the Red Dead Redemption storyline.
It could.
Really fatal. But...
From the fans, we're going to end this and we're going to make it to 20 minutes. For the fans, please give us some stuff. Don't completely fan service us. Mm-hmm. Don't throw things out there where we know is really cheesy and we know doesn't work. Give us subtle little kind of hints. And please, couple of Red Dead Revolver kind of references, please.
It'd be okay.
And please solve this controversy that John Marston's actually read. Because I know they look alike, and a lot of people are saying they're the same person. Just kind of clear it up. Also, please, more Strangers and Freaks. That was the best part. Oh my god.
The little side quests that you usually go off, and instead of doing the mission that you're supposed to, you can dick off and just do random things.
And also, I would really just want to have some just good old-fashioned shootouts. That would be amazing. Random events. Bring them back, and I know you will, because I know you do them best. But yeah, just be careful what you do, Rockstar. Please don't make this like GTA 5, because they're completely two different games. And I don't want them sharing like GTA Online, Red Dead Online kind of. It don't work. Everything that happens in GTA 5 Online will not work in Red Dead. Red Dead, you know what we want? Take over towns. Be in a group, a posse, be in a gang, and just roll out together. Yeah, roll out together. But But yeah, just be careful. And we're hoping the best for Red Dead Redemption 2. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment, rate, subscribe if you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next video.
God, Jesus. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Make sure that you subscribe and get ready for some more content. Make sure you hit that bell so you know whenever I upload or this man. Go to his channel. Just find him randomly somewhere. And we didn't forget about you, Miss Kitty. So tell the people. So.
We're out.
Bye.
Bye.